Hello everyone and welcome back to This Old Arcade. Today we're going to finish up on our Fast and the Furious project here. Just got this plastic piece on the bottom of our seat to replace, and we're going to do some T-molding on the main cabinet, and then we'll play some games and check out some gameplay. So first, I'm going to remove what's left of this plastic piece here, and then I've got some new, it's acrylic from Home Depot. This is, well, it's an 18 by 24 sheet. We're going to cut it down to 16 by, I think it's 16 by 14. They're using a Torx here. It's not a 15, it's probably a T10. Just going to pull all this stuff off. Probably absolutely don't need to redo this, but I like the idea of having this big hole in the bottom of the seat covered up. The new acrylic comes with its protective covering, which kind of makes it opaque. So as I'm cutting that, I'm going to try to preserve that and leave it on. That way to better diffuse the light that's coming from the inside of the seat. And you can clearly see the work we did on our last episode here, where we replaced this cross member, the wheel, and the levelers. Okay, just about got it here. Okay, there we go. That's off, and let's take this and go over to the table saw and cut our acrylic. All right, so we're going to cut this 14 inches by 16 inches. We're going to do it on the table saw. I find sometimes that gives me a nice clean edge, whereas if you're scoring it with a knife and then breaking it, especially with acrylic, a lot of times it'll splinter and crack. So let's set up the table saw and see what kind of cuts we can make. Alright, so I've got my rip fence set at 16 inches. That's going to be the first cut we're going to make on the long axis of this piece. First thing I want to do is make sure that this is going to slide okay up against the rip fence. It's a thin piece, so it can get caught underneath the fence, and this feels like it'll do just fine. So, all right, let's fire it up. I should turn my power on first. Okay. You can see right there it gave a nice clean edge, no starring, no cracking, and it didn't melt it a lot. It's a good sharp blade, so it doesn't heat things up too much. It's still pretty cool. Let's set our fence to 14 inches. And we'll do our other axis. So I've got 16 this way, I'm going to do 14 this way. All right. All right, there's our piece right there. And you can see I was able to preserve the plastic film on there, so I can diffuse that that light. Let's take it over to the game, and we'll see if it fits. We'll have to drill some holes for the screws to mount. All right, so there's our piece. We'll line this up. Great, that looks perfect. And we've got enough wood here that we can drill in for our fasteners. Okay, let me see here. I think I will do a couple of pilot holes here. I like drilling acrylic with some kind of backing on it. The stuff loves to split out so much that it's nice when you have something behind it to back it up. I'm going to go real slow here. You can kind of feel a little bit of extra resistance when it's about to break through. I'm getting close there. I really prefer working with Lexans, polycarbonates that are impact resistant. But there's something underneath here I didn't see putting the expense of a polycarbonate for the seat bottom here. That's a tough angle to drill on. I think I'm going to put a piece of wood on the floor. I'll just mark a few holes, and then I'll put it on the floor so I can get a better angle with my drill. Two. Three. Four. Put two on the side. Five. Six. I have 7 original screws, so I think I'll just put a 7th one here. Seven. All right. So let me get a block of wood. Okay, got my block of wood. Okay. One through. Nice clean hole. No starring, no splitting. Let's see if I can do that 6 more times. It's 2. It takes a lot of practice to get good with cutting acrylic. Especially if you're doing holes for buttons or track balls. It's nice if you have a drill press where you can control things a little bit better. Okay, just a few more. So far this is working out pretty well because I'm pretty close to the edge. I mean within a ½ inch of the edge of some of these holes. Okay, looks like one more. Last one, I don't want to get too much in a hurry. There we go. All 7 holes there. Let's go ahead and install it. This way. I think I'm actually gonna drill a few pilot holes and get a smaller drill bit. Oh, there it is. I want to get these screws in as perpendicular as possible to the wood material we're drilling into. That way we're not going to torque or stress out plastic any one direction. We're just going to pull it flat to the surface of the frame. So I'm going to try to drill this in as straight as possible. So I can start my screws in as straight as possible. Chuck loosened up. This is a keyless chuck. Sometimes these things just loosen up. Okay. Go around and just feed these in. hold my workpiece in place. And we'll take it over to the game, plug it in, and let's see what this looks like with this plastic film on here. When I'm getting the head of the screw up against the plastic, I'm not torquing it down too much, just enough to gently press that plastic into the wood. This head's not in very good shape. Slipping a little bit. We got it though. Looking good so far. Okay, almost like a drum head. Let's go plug this into the machine and see what it looks like. All right, so got the seat over by the machine. I'm only going to plug in the AC line here, not the speaker line. Machine's turned on, and there's our light. You have your nice glow, and it's a little diffused because it's got that opaque plastic over the plexi. So let's mount the seat and see what it looks like. Okay, got the seat upright here. I'm not going to bolt it on yet because I want to replace this T-molding on the side here. These rails move a little bit, so here we go. Yeah. That is really cool. Let's get a back view of it. All right, there we go. Looks really nice. Kind of what we got going on so far. All right, let's do some T-molding on this. All right, so I've got 25 feet of gold T-molding here that I got from twistedquarter.com. I don't think it's going to be enough for this cabinet. This is a huge cabinet, and the molding goes all the way around back and underneath on both sides. I'm over 6 feet tall, so I think there's, with the whole thing, there's probably close to 40 feet of T-molding on this thing. I am going to do this one side here, and we'll see how much I have left over after that. All right, so I've got the old molding pulled off. Got my cutters in hand. I'm going to start right in the middle on the bottom. The cabinet standing up, it's going to be a little more challenging to tap this in place. It's nice if you can have it laying down. Notching things here. Wow. I'm notching this the way I did on that Rush 2049 video where I did the seat. I like to leave little teeth on these corners. It allows the T-molding to bend, and it has points to grab inside. Of course, with some practice, you can get fairly quick with it, but you don't want to get too much in a hurry. All right, so we got this T-molding on this side, and let's put the seat back in and try it out. I didn't have enough to finish the other side. I'll have to order some more, and then we'll go ahead and finish that up. All right, let's put some credits on here and try this thing out. Okay, let's see here. So,
choose track.
What's your number? Let's ride.
all right, let's see. What's a good track here? Let's do this Times Square
Choose transmission.
auto.
Choose car.
GTO.
I've got some of these cars already maxed out, so
Nice ride.
this is an absolutely cool game to play.
Ready, set, go!
I can't do many tricks, but I can pop wheelies. You double tap the accelerator. How to get them to pop a wheelie, and if you're behind another car, it'll cause you to flip. You can corner on your side, but I haven't quite mastered that yet. With all the upgrades, you can really notice a difference in the performance of your car. The spoilers give you a lot of speed. Tires give you traction. There you go. I'm on the side there. Oh, I biffed it. Let's add some nitro. The more airtime you get, more total time, it'll take off the end. You get a bonus for damage too. And the more flips and spins you do, you get credit for that. And wow,
Winner.
first place my my first game. Normally you'd get to do an upgrade here, but I'm looking for getting more cash so I can unlock new cars. 100,000 bucks for first place. I'm 5.2 million at this point, and then you get a free game. Let's try.
Choose track.
Let's try another track here. I'll do
New England.
New England.
Choose upgrade.
Well, I'm maxed out on this car.
Right.
There's so many different cars to choose from, and you can go through, gosh, you have to play maybe 40, 50 games per car to totally max it out. So you can really play for a long time, and it keeps things interesting. Now, since I just got first place, the computer's going to be a little tougher on me. There are some secret paths here and there. So it's got some of the features of the Rush series where you can go off-road a little bit. I still like the San Francisco Rush series better, even though it's older. Here's one of these little off-road paths. Flip out of that. Got me a lot of airtime there. And somehow, well, I was in first place, not anymore. Good nitrous. If you're doing upgrades, nitrous is the first one you want to do. Whoa.
Checkpoint.
I've been able to spin the car in the air, but I haven't mastered it. Not doing too well position-wise. Ah, I missed one of my little secret things there. Go through a barn. I don't normally drive this way. Fifth place. All right. So if you ever get a chance to play this game, it's absolutely awesome. It's well worth 50 cents. I think originally it was 75 cents to play. It's an older game. It's what, 10 years old now, but it's really, it's got a good feel. It's got a good bass speaker in the seat, and just a good driving feel to it. So till next time, thanks for joining us here at This Old Arcade, and we'll see what projects we have coming up next.